It is 2 minutes after 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I guess it's 7:02 p.m. West Central Africa time. This is Mr. Abundance. I greet the entire house of Tiashans. I see already there's 14 plus of you that have joined us. If you notice, I have not prepped today's broadcast because we're only dealing with one subject matter, and that is the option of extending the 50-cent round, not necessarily the time going to market. And so I just want all of us to understand it. And also, what I would have recorded, I think, this morning or last night, referring to how can we use this month from the 15th of February to the 15th of March. How can we plan and certify the coin at the same time expanding the base? In other words, can we become meaningful? Can we work towards going to the market by the 15th of March instead of the 30th of March? Which means we could use 50 cents, the 50 cent, because once we certify the coin and we would have expand the base, then we're good. Because at the end of the day, you know, this is a numbers game. Let no one fool you. A lot of coins and coin market cap, go and see them. They are there for 2 and 3 years and they have not gone more than 50 cents. Some of them still at 10 cents, but they're there. They're there because they have no activities. They're there because their mission and vision, their slogan, their theme, their philosophy are not unique. This is a coin that speaks to our history. The abundance community coin is different than the instant gratification opportunities to which we are accustomed to. I've already said ad nauseum that when a company comes to Africa, they would have done their research, or to the Caribbean, they would have done their research, and they know that we are a people like instant gratification mindset. In other words, before we even invested, we want to know how to cash out. We are not even in, but we want to know, how can I get my money out? And so what we're talking here, we're talking several things, and I want us to break it down. And please give me your comments, because from what I am gleaning from all the forums, that the majority are saying, Mr. Abundance, give us 1 month from the 15th to the 15th of March. Give us 1 month to make a difference, and use the other 2 weeks at 75 cents going to the market. That is what I'm hearing. The second is, give us 2 weeks, end of February, March 1st, with 75 cents. And I think the other one next to it is, give us at least a week. So it is a week, it is 2 weeks, and it is 4 weeks. Now, my rationale is, how can we fast track going to the market, beating the time, the 6 weeks, because we have 6 more weeks to go. I've already spoken with the technician, with the Birect exchange platform, of what decision is likely to be taken here live. Because you know, when I have major decisions like these, I come to the forum. And so the decisions before us, do we go with 75 cents tomorrow? As you can see, let me bring down our website so you can understand where we are. Let me pull up our website, because if I do not give instructions to the programmer, this is what will happen. In less than one day and 17 hours. So let me share the screen. So there's something with my computer. I don't know what it is. All right, so I'm sharing the screen here now. So here we are less than 2 days to bring the 50 cents to an end, where this price will never reoccur again. Within less than 2 days, 1 hour and 17, one day and 17 hours and 51 minutes, which means by tomorrow midday, the clock strikes and tax goes to 75 cents. That can happen. Or today, we will decide based on the momentum that we have now. And I can tell you, it is the fastest period that I've ever seen since we started in TACC, where the growth of the community and the investments are. I can tell you, this is a period of a lot of momentum. There are a lot of newbies who are now coming in, who still yet to understand what we're doing. And I shouldn't even say yet to understand, because they are also bringing their friends with them. Because as I even credit a lot of their wallets, first timers, they're also sponsoring people with them. So they're not as ignorant as we would want to believe. So they're bringing in their people, and it is very good. The whole objective of TACC, and we should never lose sight of why this coin gave birth in 2019, November 4th. We came together and we said that we will bury artificials. In other words, we will bring artificial scarcity, lack, poverty to an end. We will bring what was designed for us in 1844 and 45, or 84 and 85, 1884 and 85, from the Berlin Conference, that decision that was taken to divide a continent into pieces and to weaken our people. We said that this coin was created to bring that to an end. We said that every African home should hold a coin. We said that this coin, our slogan says it best: one TACC, one child, one youth, one TACC. Are you satisfied that our slogan has materialized? Are you satisfied with 14,597 members in the base? Are you satisfied that that could give us the appreciated volume price as Bitcoin is doing today? I'm asking you the question: are you satisfied that your people, your neighbors, your friends have been informed? And so here we are today with the coin at 50 cents. And as I mentioned to you, that we don't need, a matter of fact, we can even go to market the end of February if we are serious in TACC as how you go out to work and spend 8 hours on the job, knowing that that job will never give you financial freedom. And I'm hitting the house now. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I am saying to us as Tiashans in TACC, we should raise the bar, because we have enough members in TACC to certify this coin in 2 weeks. A matter of fact, in 1 week. It means that we are not meaningful. It means that we are hiding behind of what? I don't know. Or you want somebody else to work for you. I said we are enough Tiashans in the house right now to certify this coin in the next 15 days. So all this extension and going March 30th could become history. And so that should be our aim, to create our own. That is what Marcus Garvey said now. Marcus Garvey says that anyone outside of your race introduce or present a program to financially make you independent or make us independent, know that it is a system of enslavement. And this was said about 100 years ago. It is very true today. It is very true today. And so I am challenging the House. Let us push this coin to certification by the end of February. Let us go to the market by March 15th. That is where we should go. Then, Mr. Abundance, what do we need to do? You're going out to work. You're spending 8 hours on the job. And the money that you're receiving now doesn't even last you for 4 days. Some of you are single parents. You know what I'm talking about. And so you have to be hitting here, there, and yonder to make up your salary. That's the truth now. But you're going out, spending 8 hours, 10 hours on the job. That will never give you what TACC has to offer in months. And so what do you want? Do you want to continue as if our education is different than any other race or color? Why do we think that except it's been introduced by foreign, except a white is leading, why you think that we cannot achieve anything of any significance? Why? Why do you think that you are inferior? Have we not gone to the same school, Yale, Harvard, Princeton? Have we not graduated with honors? I remember when I was in college, I was doing like 21 credits. And what should last me 2 years, I did it in 6 months in America. So what is it that made us believe that we are inferior? And so the challenge to the House today is, according to the script says, why put off today for tomorrow what can be done today? Or why push your activities for tomorrow which can be done today? And I'm challenging the House We have created all the billionaires in the world. They were created from the backs of the blacks. We build Europe. For a lot of you who do not know your history, because even in Africa, if I tell some of you to name all the countries in Africa, you would fail. Some of you don't even know how many countries are in Africa, but you're an African. Much less to the Caribbean. Some of you don't even know where the Caribbean is. The challenge for us today, we have a system that gave birth outside of the government system, a system that is and was created for poor people, a system that the government, central banks, and the elites, the IMF, the World Bank, the WTO, UN, WHO, UNICEF, none of them have any control over. A system that poor people got to once and for all, if they understand how to use it. Each of us can not become millionaires, but billionaires, because this is the period of the greatest wealth transformation that will ever take place in our lifetime. When this is finished, I often said that there will be a level of poverty that this world have never seen. And on the back side of that, there will be wealth that never imagined by men nor angels. Less than 2% of the world knows about this technology. This is foreign to a lot of governments today. Foreign. There are about 8 billion of us in the world. 2% of that is how much? 160 million. So can you imagine 160 million of us out of 8 billion that knows about this technology? Oxfam International reported that over 800 million jobs will be lost from this economy due to automation and technology, due to artificial intelligence. COVID-19 was not a part of that scenario. It wasn't a part of the calculation. 800 million jobs due to technology. I told you President Biden 2 years ago said to a group of college graduates, a couple of years, America will not need any manual drivers. Cars, buses, trucks will be driven by themselves. And it is happening already. A lot of you who have been to New York, you know that that airport train at JFK Kennedy will take you right down to Manhattan. There's no driver in there. So the technology is here already. 800 million jobs will be lost. We have a technology today that if we come together in unity of purpose, with a progressive vision, burying the 3 characteristics that Dr. Lee says that have contained us as a people of color, that even when we come to do the good for our community, we do not have the ability to do it. Greed, ignorance, and selfishness. Those are the 3 characteristics that we have allowed to self-contain us. Is no longer the chain around our necks or around our ankles. May I say to the house, you are not free until you're financially free. I told people, there are stresses in life that you cannot avoid. Your boyfriend stress you, you can leave him. Your wife stress you. When you leave the house, go to work, you leave that stress behind. If the job stress you, when you leave the job, you leave the stress behind. When school stress you, leave school, you leave the stress behind. But there is one stress that goes to bed with you, wakes with you, it goes to work or school with you, and it also returns with you. And that is financial stress, which is the worst stress of all. Financial stress. And so, if we are not financially free, we are still enslaved. Knowing this, with a system that was given by an unknown person with a pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows. A person, a group of people, a company. But it's not a company because Bitcoin is not registered anywhere. It's not incorporated anywhere. Papers were filed here and there, but there's no really known owner. We have a system to come together that you saw gave birth 2019 November 4th. A lot of you who are founding members prepaid for your coins, and you got more coins than anyone else for less money. Why? Because you are a founding member. And even those special project members, when we were raising the money for the TV and television, you came along. You also got the coin as the founding members. I think $20 would have given you 100 coins. Today, $50 give you 100 coins. And that is your reward for being a founding member. You get most of the coins. It's a status that nobody can take from you. And so here we are today with TACC going uphill. We have 6 weeks to certify the coin. I will be given after today, from the 15th, a daily rundown of the actual numbers, because the numbers that you see on the platform is always less than the actual number. I have the actual numbers. And I will give you the figures. I told you the last time we have already raised just about 1.5 million US dollars. And it also go in tandem with Bitcoin, because as Bitcoin rises, it rises our funds as well. Take us closer to certification. Equally, as it drops, it also affects that number, because everything is measured in cryptocurrency. And so you need to understand that very well. If Bitcoin rose to 80,000 tomorrow, the coin is certified. With not another person investment, we would have certified the coin. That is the power of cryptocurrency. May I also say, if it goes to $1, it also wipes out our funding. That is the volatility of cryptocurrency. Utility coin, because that is what Bitcoin is, a utility coin. It's not a stable coin. It's not backed by anything. There are no external asset that back Bitcoin. It's not backed by gold, real estate, nothing. It's floating in the air. And by demand and supply, it increases. And that is why, if we want TACC to increase like Bitcoin, we must create demand. We must have a robust foundation. You cannot come in and keep quiet and expect to become a millionaire. You are lying yourself. This is not a scam. And it's not a get-rich-quick scheme either. You have to do something. The thing is, we want the convenience and the life and the benefits of millionaires, but we do not want the inconvenience of becoming one. We want to go to bed, sleep, and wake up and become. You align yourself. And so I want to appreciate all the leaders from around the world. Prosperous Prince in the UK, our global youth ambassador out of Nigeria. I want to thank Madam Blessings out of Kaduna, our is it Northwest Regional Coordinator. Also, Dr. Boas over there in Sokoto, who I think up to date in Nigeria has been able to cover all the local government. Dr. Boas, he was promoted recently to the Assistant National Executive Coordinator in Nigeria. I want to thank him. Our leader in South Africa, Madam Joy and Gat, and also our regional director down there for South Africa, Madam Nosafa or Nosafo. Our regional executive director for the Caribbean, McDonald. Joel Carr, our national executive coordinator for Antigua. I know the people who are working. Yolanda. I don't know what position she has, but she's working. All I know that she's a certified accountant with the government. She's working. And so we want to thank all of you who are working. Our team over there in Cameroon, the French team, I know they're working. Bishop, what? Oh, dear me. Bishop, he's there in the States now from Cameroon, the national coordinator for Cameroon, and Force, Pastor Force, and his deputy, Mr. Kenston, our our regional director for Central Africa. We just promoted Pastor Joseph from Uganda as our regional director for East Africa. And I am looking for a director for West Africa, because we had one before. So that is a vacant lot. I did mention Madam Blessing husband would make a good contribution at that level. I know he's a bit challenged, but he has the heart of TACC. If there's one person in Nigeria that I know personally carries TACC day and night and preach it everywhere he goes, is Pastor Goodwin, the husband of Madam Blessings. I want to thank the French team again out of Togo, out of Burundi, doing a fantastic job. TACC is really going uphill. And so we are debating tonight, where do we go from here? My proposal, based on the debate in the forum over the couple of days, that we extend TACC 50 cents until March 15th. And from March 15th to the 30th, we go to 75 cents. That is number one. Number two, I am saying to you, let us exceed our own expectation by do what is necessary. I am seeing investors this week investing over 20,000 US in TACC in a matter of 48 hours. There's no lack of money out there. I said over $20,000. I wish it was 20,000 people with one TACC. That is why I kept saying 10 million people, 10 million investors with one TACC. 10 million investors with one TACC is better than 50,000 investors holding 10 million coins, because that is what the coins on coin market cap has done. They have allowed greed, ignorance, and selfishness. They saw what Bitcoin did. They saw that an investment of $15 11 years ago today would have gotten you over 300 million US dollars of spendable money. They saw that. And so, out of greed, they orchestrate a system where they create coins and they themselves bought them. Few. And that is why when their coins are certified on CoinMarketCap, instead of being appreciated in the market, what you saw is depreciation, all because of greed. All because of greed and ignorance. And so let me go to the forum. I want to thank each of you who have joined us. I think I have already deliberated. I think I set the tone. Good evening, sir, from Nigeria. As we all know, the students must be in class before his teacher. TACC is going on. I like that. The student must be in class before the teacher. Greetings to TACC CEO, Mr. Abundant, the panelists, and all the Tiashans in the house. It is a pleasure. Please, I want to ask the period of referral bonus will be added to our total coins. What? I want to ask the period of our referral bonus will be added to our total coins. But once you have coins now, it's a part of what you would have purchased. A coin is a coin. I showed you, and I'm going to show it to the house because a lot of you believe that I'm going to show you one account, and it's well note showing, and I'm showing it to you now. Let me look for it, and I will show you what I think it's the only site that I sent out to market TACC, and you will see what referral programs can do even without you buying one TACC. And so allow me to show you something. A lot of you are going to surprise, but I will surprise you. Just give me a few seconds. This wasn't planned. This is an impromptu gesture, but I had to do it to prove a point. And so I'm going to sign out of this out of TACC website, and I'm going to sign in. It's booting up, you know. Oh dear me, it seems like it's slowing. Okay, I'm doing login. Just give me a minute there. G-man become. I'm just showing you what referral. Because the gentleman asked a question with the referral bonus now. Okay, so that is my. Okay, let me now share my screen so that you can be a part of what I'm showing you. Some of you will be shocked. All right, so I am sharing my screen. Every time I post TACC website, I posted Wave 987 in my WhatsApp forums. No, in my Facebook forum, sorry. Now, I want you to look at the referral program. I want you to look very well. Currently, I have 529 TACC that I should reward, that I should claim. However, I want you to look on this side where it says your referral and what you have earned. It says here that out of the 40 persons that registered using this site, 11 are active. And what the 11 investors have bought, if you notice here, this is 4,939 TACC. Plus this 500, in other words, I have over 5,500 TACC in this account that I only sent out for marketing purpose. In other words, your referral program that is in TACC is powerful. Look at it, it's 4,939. Put them together, it's over 5,500. So that is what your referral program can do. And that is what we need to do now to expand the base and get paid for it. All right, let me stop sharing my screen now and bring this thing to a close. Okay, let us go down. Good evening to everyone. As TACC goes uphill, Felix. Okay, thank you very much, there, our leader there. Good evening to all. Good evening, members of the house. I'm happy to join Victoria. Thank you very much, Victoria. Greetings. Tish is saying greeting. Tish Henry. Good evening, Mr. Abundance. Yes, Ibrahim. Good evening. Our chief over there, Chris Okongo. Our chief over there in Enugu State. This is another Tiashan. So if there are two Tiashans in Nigeria, I can swear this is one of them. A man that opened up his hotel for Tiashans to advance TACC work. I spent, I don't know how many nights. The chief has not charged me one dime. And the person that I recommend to stay there, they also got the same equal treatment. That's the chief we have there, Chief Chris. And also, he is the winner of our team song and our team for this year, Dream and Become. Thank you very much, Chief Chris. Good evening, Mr. Abundance. Good evening to the House of Tiasha. Yes, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Abundance. You are blessed to the world. This is Mora from Ghana. Thank you very much, Moro. You are blessed as well, oh. Global. Good evening, Mr. Abundance, and the entire community that are global ambassador there, watching from Nigeria. Thank you very much. Stephen, good evening, Mr. Bonus, my boss, TACC community. Thank you very much. And you know, I had a session with them out of Spain before I came to you. Good evening to the house. Victor's intact. Thank you, Mr. Abundance, for the commitment. TACC is going up here. That is our newly appointed regional executive director for East Africa. I need to add you to the group as well, because there's a group of all the leaders in East Africa. I have not added you yet there. Extend the time. Just to extend the time. Good evening, our CEO and the Honorable House. I wish to suggest that we shift the 50 cents to the next 2 weeks while we work hard to expand the base. Thank you very much for your suggestion. Good day, Mr. Abundance, and to the global community. Yes, you're welcome there. Our admin, Mr. Blessing. Kimonet Mills, good day to all the Tiashans. You know, the mills are from the Bahamas now, but we have some mills in Antigua. Good day, Mr. Abundance and all the Tiashans. I believe you should hold off until the 15th of February. Reason is more people are coming in. There is momentum here, watching from the US, and you're correct. If anybody knows what is happening in TACC, is Mr. Abundance. And as I said previously, that I have never seen anything like this in TACC. The momentum reaches the roof and people are coming in. And so what can I do as the CEO of TACC to facilitate our people having more coins? Because not only more coins, but to reach those persons that we cannot reach everybody. But there is an unusual awakening in TACC. Some, like not some, one person noted, Mr. Abundance, if we do not go to 75 cents, we might kill the momentum and bring in complacency. And it's a point note taken. We do not wish to invite complacency because we're on a mission. But I took note of that, by the way, Madam Yolanda. Good evening, Mr. Abundance and TACC community from Ghana. My submission is please give us up to the 15th of March with 50 cents, then 75 cents to the 30th of March. Well, to me, that is the most reasonable thing to do, as I even seen in the forum. But I am even challenging us, over 14,000 of us. Let us do it in 2 weeks. That's what it is. I am a strong believer in the more, the merrier. The more, the merrier. Good evening, Mr. Abundance and the entire family Tiashan from Abuja. Good evening, sir. Good evening, good evening to the House of Tiashan and our General, Mr. Abundance. Good work, sir, and more strength. Extension is needed, and let there be extension of 50 cents till March 15. Thanks from Ondo State, Nigeria. Greetings to the house. I know for sure that our people like rushing period. I suggest 1 extra month for the 50-cent period to allow more people of a low class to acquire TACC. I think this is more of what I am seeing. Good evening, Mr. Abundance, all the Tiashan. We should extend this period for 2 weeks. I agree with you, Mr. Abundance. I'm not too sure what she's agreeing with me for now. Good day, Mr. Abundance and all the Tiashan. I believe you should hold off until another 2 or so weeks more. More people are coming in. There is momentum here. Okay, I think that already. Isaac, watching from Ghana. Good evening, Mr. Abundance and the entire community of TACC. Greetings from Abuja, Nigeria, with our corporation and spreading the good tidings of TACC. Surely we are going up here. Amen, brother. Good evening, Mr. Abundance. My humble suggestion is let's extend it to March 15th. Dear CEO, Mr. Abundance, I do submit that we extend this 50 cents period until the 20th of February 2021 on behalf of my people in my region. Good evening to you, Chief Abundance, and the community of TACC. I support the motion to extend the 50 cents to the 20th of March. My Lord, have mercy. Now that the people are rushing to join TACC, it is my opinion that we should give chance to those coming in April, ending before it can to market, and to enable more people to join. Some are even suggesting now that we go until April. Good evening, Mr. Abundance, and to all the global community. I am not suggesting or inviting that we go beyond March 30th. If it appears so, I am not suggesting, or am I entertaining that line of thought, even though all things are possible. What I am inclined to entertain is, let's finish this thing by March 15th. And we can do it. We can challenge ourselves. We have already started to create history that PhD students will study for decades, where historians will write in shock and awe, and our children shall bless us ad infinitum. That is assured. Guinness Book of Record will record what we're doing, because it has never done before. It has never been done before. And so what I am now saying, let us exceed our own expectation by giving TACC the time that it deserves based on your expectations of what it will do for you and your family. I made mention you're going out to work 8 days a week and you cannot pay your bills, but you're expecting to become a millionaire in TACC, of which you're not even giving a second a day. Is that realistic? Ask yourself the question. You are given a job 40, 60, 80 hours a week, that as soon as you get the money, you still have to go and borrow. But you're giving it your time. Some of you are working from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Even as old as my grandfathers, I've seen them watching people's business when they should be at home with their grandchildren. I have seen my elders walking in the street with beads, rat poisons, selling when they should be in their living room with their legs crossed, watching television. But this is the result of the economy that we were given, one that is structured no matter how hard you work to produce poverty. Here you have a system that has not yet given birth, but today creating millionaires and billionaires with less than 2% exposed to it. Could you imagine when 50% exposed to it? And when the billionaires and the millionaires like Tesla is coming in to buy TACC, and they ask, where can I buy $1 billion? It's you. You have to sell it. You have to sell them. That is the importance. How do we bring the banks? I said in TACC, we have an opportunity that our ancestors would have loved to be alive to see today. It was given to us. The greatest period of wealth transformation, and the light has gone again. You know, the other day, by the way, you know, I do have a backup generator. So excuse me now so I can go and put it on. Sorry, you. Mhm. All right. Sorry for that pause. Those who live in Africa, especially in Nigeria, can testify of the current situation. Okay, so let's wind up here now. Sorry for that interruption. It was purely out of my control. Poor passing over opportunity. Poor passing over opportunities repeatedly. All right. Festus from Nigeria. Joel Carr. Good day, House of Tiasha, and blessing to you all. I humble suggest there will be extended 50-cent round until the end of February 2021, then the 75-cent round from the 1st of March. I will humbly join my colleague to support the coin price 2 weeks. Okay, we read that already. Greetings to the great Tiasha, Mr. Abundance. I agree to sir. TACC has gone uphill. Thank you very much from South, our South coordinator there. Let's extend 50 cents to March 15. Please, our impeccable CEO, Mr. Abundance. Thank you very much. Good evening. Good evening. 2 weeks extension is enough as we work to expand the base. Let's buy TACC for 50 cents for 4 weeks before 75 cents and finally go to market in March. Thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. Abundance and Tiasha in the house. I support the 50 cents until March 15th. Good evening, Mr. Abundance, and to all the Tiashans in the house. TACC is really going uphill. Good day. The question is, do we want to expand the base, then leave it at 50 cents? If you want to certify the coin, then go to 75 cents. So the decision for all of us to make. I like that. Dream and become, yes. All right, we're winding down. Good evening to the house. 2 weeks extension for more days. I support the extension of TACC for more days. Thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. Bonus and Tiashan. Good evening, Chrissy Coat over there. There is an awakening globally of what is blockchain and cryptocurrency. but most people are looking for the best opportunity to get into. After hearing about tax vision and mission, Eve speaks to the history. They found TACC is the best of all. I humbly suggest to extend until March 15th. Okay, 1 month. Bernard from Burundi, good evening to all of Tiashen. President Abundance, thank you very much. Good evening, Silas, good day. Good evening, Chief. We'll extend the members. Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Abundance. Based on the movement of TACC, extend to March 15 so as to increase numbers and keep up the 7-day challenge. Thank you very much, our leader over there in the UK. My suggestion is the 50 cents to be shifted 2 weeks before the 75 cents. That's good. Good evening, Mr. Abundance, watching from the Tatasu. Greetings in the house. His grace and glory. Good evening, Chief Abundance and the Tiashen. I support the first option, 50 cent extension for 1 month. This is imminent. Thank you very much. I believe that we can have more membership with the 50 cents than 75 a day for Sylvester. We extend the period till March 15. Thank you very much. Our chief over there. Good morning, Mr. Abundance, and the Tiashans in the house. Agreed with the others, have already said 50 cents extension to the 15th of March. I'm glad to be a part of TACC. It will enable me to buy more. Good afternoon, Mr. Abundance, or the Tiashan. TACC is going up hill. I thought I was finished. So my submission is that we extend the 50 cents to 2 weeks, okay, from Lesotho. Good day, Mr. Abundance and the Tiashans in the house. 1 month extension, okay. 2 week extension, okay. Now that more and more Antiguans are getting aware of it, I strongly believe an extension of 50 is highly needed so that we can get the time to acquire more coin Linux. And I agree with you. All right, so that is our last comment for the evening. And it is true that there's a lot of Antiguans now that are waking up to the realization that this coin is real. There's a lot of Antiguans that are waking up to the realization that there is something here that can create wealth, can create financial stability. There is something here that the world is now becoming, because this is the future. This is not the past, nor even the present. This is the future of money, and we are the ones who are creating it. America and the big countries, they tried to kill cryptocurrency. They said it. We tried, and we have failed. And the congressman, Mr. Henry, he said, and those who will try to stop it, they will also fail. So this technology is futuristic, while it is spitting out billionaires every day. And so based on the debate this evening and what I have seen in the forum, it is overwhelming that we extend the 50 cents round to March 15th, and we use the other 2 weeks at 75 cents to go to market. That is what I saw, and so shall it be. However, I am also taking this opportunity in the house to let us surprise and exceed that expectation by going to the market 1 month before, which means give ourselves 2 weeks to disrupt the world, to do things that we have never done, to go places that we have never been. because if we are to get a different result, we must have a different input to get a different output. And so I am calling on the Tiashans again. You have showed up to work 8 and 9, 10, 12 hours a day, some of you. 7 days a week, some of you. You will never, a matter of fact, I was moved to ask persons here ponging stones for a living, and they have them by heap. And I asked, how much a heap? How much do they pay them? They said, look out and you will see the heap. And I'm going to take the picture one of these days so that you can see what I am saying. And they say each heap of stone is about 50 cents US to break into gravel. Ha! 50 cents US to break into gravel. I don't think nobody can break no more than 5 heap of those stones in one day. In the burning heat, young men breaking stones for 50 cents US. And they show up every day to do it. You are now asked to disturb the world. You are now asked to bring poverty to an end because we can do it in TACC. I said we have the ability to bring poverty to an end using the abundance community coin. And all you need to do is to expand the base. And as they come in, let everybody duplicate themselves. Thanks for being here. This is Mr. Abundance. I thank you very much for your participation as we go uphill in TACC. Let us all dream and become. Good evening.